Are you fucking kidding me? The director of the greatest port from a comic book to a movie ever has quit, it's gone, has been cut. I'm friends with Danny Unchained, and I saw this on his Facebook feed today, actually on my page that he posted. I couldn't find it when I went looking for it again, so I went looking for it myself. And I came upon a couple of articles, and I've got to hear more about this because this don't make no goddamn sense. That director did a good damn job. Let me see this here. It says Deadpool 2 loses director Tim Miller over creative differences. Hopefully Fox ain't fucking up because, God, I already know I don't care for the, X-Men movies and the Wolverine movies. But alright, the director has parted ways with the studio over what insiders say are creative differences between him and Ryan Reynolds. Really? The actor who plays the titular Marvel character, Tim Miller, who directed Deadpool and had a hand in giving Fox its biggest hit of the year, will not direct Deadpool 2. The director has parted ways with the studio over what insiders say are creative differences between him and Ryan Reynolds, the actor who plays the titular Marvel character. Deadpool made $786 million worldwide when it opened on Valentine's Day this year, launching a new franchise for the studio. The movie re-energized Reynolds' career, but also began a second act for Miller, a visual effects specialist who founded Blur Studio and made a name for himself making video game trailers and opening credits. By all accounts, the movie's success was truly shared by Reynolds, who helped define the voice of the character for screenwriters Rhett Reese and Paul Wernick, as well as Miller. In fact, Miller is believed to be the one who leaked Deadpool's test footage into the wilds of the internet, with the ensuing enthusiastic reaction being just what was needed to ensure that Fox, which was waffling over whether or not to make the movie, and they gave it a green light. Even before the movie's opening, the gang was back together plotting the sequel. Deadpool 2 is in casting stages and is in the middle of testing 6 actresses for the part of Domino, the project's new female lead. Sources say Reynolds and Miller had increasingly butt heads over certain creative issues. Reynolds was a producer on the original, along with Simon Kinberg and Lauren Schuler Donner, but sources say his clout has increased exponentially on the sequel. Fox says the parting of ways is amicable and is already jumping hand in hand with Miller into another project, Influx, the adaptation of a science fiction novel by Daniel Suarez. So, here's one thing that I gotta tell you guys that I'm learning. Just being a part of the Vengeance trailer, meeting with producers, directors, and just other cast members and other parts of the movie crew and television crews, I'm learning that even though you hear news about stuff, you don't really know unless you were there. So I'm not going to sit here and blame nobody. I'm not going to blame Fox. I'm not going to blame Reynolds. I don't know what happened. I don't know what they're butting heads over. All I know is that those two men put together a masterpiece of a movie. And now it makes me wonder how much of the movie did each one contribute? Because, well, I guess we'll know when we see the sequel. I guess we'll know when we see the sequel. If it ain't shit, then maybe they shouldn't have got rid of that director, or they shouldn't have parted. It makes you wonder with such a masterpiece of a movie what they butted heads over. It makes me wonder that. It's like, what the hell were you butting heads over. You'd think that if they did butt heads over certain decisions, after seeing the movie and seeing the success and seeing what people liked, maybe they would be sitting together like, we fought about that, but you know what, you was right about that one scene. I said it like this and you should say it like that and it worked. Like stuff like that, so I don't know. I wasn't there. All I know is I hope the next one is a good movie because that was the sleeper. That was, like I said, that was the best comic book adaptation movie I think that I've ever seen, period. Even though, Superman with Christopher Reeve is my favorite movie of all time, part of nostalgic and, fan reasons and just part of my childhood and all that stuff. But it's just so perfectly, it's the closest I've ever seen a movie done to the comic book. And it worked so well for the fans and everybody loved it and people that didn't know that went to see it loved it, and it was just great. I just hope the next one's good. Post your comments down below. Let me know what you all think. If you enjoyed my reaction, hit the like button, subscribe, and share. If you did not, you can kiss my black derriere. That was my best, Deadpool voice. Whatever. 1 million subscribers. Woo! You may now subscribe.